Hello and welcome back to my channel. Don't really think anyone watches these videos, but I am bored, so I figured why not make a video. If you hear any squeaking in the background, it's cute Mr. Mustard. He's trying to talk to Mama. But what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to film a bit of a get ready with me, even though it's like 8 o'clock at night, but I have been isolating since Wednesday because I tested positive. I'm asymptomatic, but yeah. So I'm really bored. So I'm just going to do a makeup look, see how it comes out. So the first step is to prime. So I'm going to prime my face with my No Pore Bloom Primer. 2 pumps of it. Put it all over my face. Make sure I get my neck. Okay, and something else that I always do, let me find there it is I always put on chapstick towards the beginning of my routine, just so my lips don't get chapped and dried out with whatever lip product I put on. So first step is prime, and also, I guess, prime my lips with my chapstick. Next, I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals Pro Pressed Powder Foundation. This is in the shade Porcelain 0.5 because I am very, very pale, in case you did not realize. And to put it on, I'm going to use an Ulta Beauty brush that I got. Nothing special, but gets the job done. I'm just going to apply this all over my face and make sure to blend down into the neck area. And if you notice that I'm red here, I just waxed my eyebrows a little bit because they were getting a bit bushy. And by a bit bushy, I mean very, very bushy. So your girl had to do something about that. Okay. I always make sure to really get close to my lips, even go over it a little bit, just so I get the best coverage possible on my lips. Next, I'm gonna use, I think this is a Tarte brush, and I'm just gonna dab it on into my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I was able to take off the sifter, so I can literally just dip it right in. I put directly on my nose and my forehead, and then I kind of just spread it around everywhere else. It always gets on my shirt because I have an oily T-zone, so that's where the majority of the product needs to be put. Okay, next I'm going to go and do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to prime my lids, the Nuevo eye primer. I really haven't met a primer, like an eyelid primer, that I haven't liked. This is a really thick formula. Spread it around and then just cover the lids. Okay. So the lids are set. So let's see, what palette do I want to go in with? I have so many options. So many options. Like, maybe I'll do Baby Yoda. Yeah, I'll go with my Baby Yoda palette. This is the Baby Yoda palette. I got it the day of the first launch. I mean, who doesn't like Baby Yoda? Come on. Let's be honest, he's cute. So, let's see which brush I grabbed. a Luxie brush. This is the tapered blending. Typically I kind of just grab whatever brush. I enjoy using fluffier blending brushes. So this really doesn't have like a shade to like really blend out. Do I want to use that palette? I don't know. Maybe I'll use the Latte palette. Yeah, I'll use this palette. The Dominique Latte palette is one that is very well loved, as you can tell. So to kind of set my eyes, I'm going to go with the shade Vanilla Cream and just kind of put it all over the lids, just to kind of set the eyeshadow primer. Not that I really get, creasing in my lids. Let's see, next I'm going to go with the shade Caramel. Put that in. And it seems that this side is a bit darker than the other side, so I'm just gonna kind of blend it out a little with my finger, but at the end you really won't be able to tell. Right now I kind of look a little bit crazy, just because I only have one shade on my lid. I think I'm gonna go, decisions. I kind of want to do a pop of color on the outside, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Hazelnut, which is like this terracotta brown right there. And I'm just gonna dot it on my crease and then blend it out. I swear it looks a lot more crazy like on the camera than it does in like real life. But yeah, I'm just gonna blend it out further. Okay. And then on the outer corner, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade, I'm gonna go with Cold Brew, which is this turquoise blue here. Now just adding a nice fun pop of color. I'm just gonna dot it. This is a very, very bold one. So let me get an old brush that just has like neutral shades on it and just blend it out. Because I'm not gonna waste a brush on that. That makes sense. Really trying to blend it out. Let me see if I add a little bit more there. If it'll blend a little further into the lid. Because right now I'm just looking like the queen of harsh lines. And I'm honestly not about that. Typically I do my eyes first. I'm not sure why I put foundation on first before I did anything else. But it is what it is. So, good with that. And then there's only 3 shimmers in this palette. There's everything else is matte. You can kind of just pick whichever one you want for your lid shade. I'm gonna go with espresso. Just gonna put it on my finger and just dot it on. I'm just going to take the brush that I was using before, which with the blue shade on it, and just blend it a little bit more, just so there's no harshness between the blue and the lid shade. Okay, so that's that. Let me just get my eyeliner and my mascaras ready. Okay, so something, I would do in my everyday routine is I would put bronzer on. I always put it on my nose and here, so I'll put a little bit of that on. So the one that I'm currently using, I have hit pan and I'm hoping to finish it very, very soon. This is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. So the brush that I use for this, I think this is a BH Cosmetics one, yeah. Not sure which one it is exactly, but it's kind of that angled round brush. And I just give it a swirl, tap off the excess, go in a little on my nose, nothing too much, just to kind of add dimension there and color. And I typically just go in twice to it. Do a little bit on my cheeks, really kind of outline my face. Do my chin as well. Now, even though I'm wearing a mask at work the entire day, just, in case, when I take it off to sip my coffee, I'm not looking all kind of a mess. Just so there's some kind of cohesiveness to what I'm doing. My overall look. Let's see, what else do I need? Don't know. That's all eyeshadow stuff there. So let me just pick my lip color. Don't know. I have a lot of Jeffree Star ones. I know he's problematic, but he makes really, really good lipstick formula. So it is a bit, difficult. I'll go with one of my favorite shades. Deceased, I got the mini nude bundle. I like the minis a lot better than the big ones, just because I really don't go through them that much. Like, I've had this. This is probably my favorite shade. This is Androgyny. I've used this one pretty religiously for the past year, and I have not finished it yet. So that just goes to show, how, dumb the full-sized are. Again, this is in the shade Deceased, which is just like a nice mauve-y neutral shade, kind of an everyday go-to. Next, I will do my liner. So what I typically use is I use the Clinique Pretty Easy, and I'm going to hold my Jeffree Star mirror to kind of apply my eyeliner. So when I do my liner, I draw the wing first, and then I connect the lid to it. So this is what the outline of the one will look like. So I'll do the outline of the other, and then I'll kind of compare, and then I'll fill them in, and then do the rest of the liner. Sorry if you hear the boys rumbling. Let me compare. Okay. Pretty, close. So now I'm just going to fill it in and bring it to the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now with my liner. Good there. I can't tell where it's going. Yeah, my laptop is completely blocking where I keep my mascaras and my eyeliners. So the next two products I'm going to use are for my lashes. So the first product is the Opening Act Lash Primer by Tarte. Just to kind of coat the lashes. So I do one eye at a time. I do a couple coats. And then I'm going to go in with my High Impact Waterproof Mascara by Clinique. This is my True and True. I have been using this mascara for I don't even know how long. Because I don't really go for like a dramatic kind of mascara. I like my lashes to look more natural. So that's, why I enjoy this one so much. And it's also waterproof. So if I'm, laughing a lot to the point where I'm crying, it's not going to be running down my face, which is certainly a plus. I will assure you there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for my typical makeup routine. I'll, usually do my eyebrows as well, but since I literally just waxed them, I don't want to mess around with them too much. But yeah, some other products that I might use depending on the day is sometimes I'll go in with the blush. I have, well, I guess 4 blushes, but I'm going to say 2 blushes that I have. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Dazzled. I have used this many, many times, but it still looks brand new because it's so hard pressed in the pan. And this is the Anastasia Blush Trio. I kind of just blend all of them together. And then if I was going to do a highlighter, I have 3 currently in my rotation. So this is the Cookie Highlighter by Benefit. Very, very blinding. What's even more blinding is the Ofra Glazed Donut Highlighter. Beautiful. This is a collab with Nikki Tutorials. I love you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing, honey. And then this is the Hyper Real Glow MAC Highlighter Palette. And I'll kind of just swoop these all together. I'll typically use this darker shade under my brow bone. And I also have an Extreme False by Jeffree Star that I'll sometimes put on just to kind of add more dimension to my cheeks. But yeah, that's really it. This is just a simple look. So yeah, thank you for watching this. If you stuck through to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And maybe I'll do more of these. Maybe I won't. Who knows? We'll see what the future holds. But have a great night. Bye.